like a frat house down here.
This is no drill.
And now I see the sausages. Becoming more and more so increasingly a parody of myself. I don't know what this vlog is, but now we have to do an unboxing. So the thing is, we're planning a housewarming next weekend. We have invited our closest friends and family, and our idea is just to do a big old barbecue. Ideal scenario here is to serve everyone vegan hot dogs. Vegan food across the board. That's what I want. That is what I want. So I have a close ally in a vegan online supermarket, and they have sent me a massive package for this housewarming, and I want to show you what's in it. I also don't know what's in it, because the thing is, I just talked to them about sort of kind of what we needed, and they say, I got you, and I know nothing. Let's unbox it together. What I'm seeing here. Oh, these are the big bulk bags from Plant-Made. I use a lot of their products in general. They make dehydrated protein bits from beans, not from soy. So if you're allergic to soy, this is also the thing. But these are the big chunks. I don't know if you can see, but these are bigger chunks. I have the tiny small ones that I do to make like bacon bits. But these are the big ones. Oh, and I can make skewers. Oh, there are two. This is so much protein. So per 100 grams, there are 53 grams of protein in these things. These are bouillons. I use these in my kitchen, but I don't have the chicken one and I don't have the beef one. I have a truffle one and I have a bacon one and a cheese one, and they're all fantastic. But these are bouillons, 100% plant-based, obviously, and they are some of the best on the market. They're from Umami. And now I see the sausages. I haven't tried any of these before. These are spicy vegan sausages. Tons of those. So let's just see. There is these ones. They're also something I haven't tried before. These are with pea protein, and I think the protein sauce kind of differentiates a bit. There's another one of those. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. These are piece of heaven, cheesy sausages, and they just ooze vegan cheese when you cook them. They're absolutely fantastic. One more of those. I am in heaven. So many sausages. That's what she said. I just watched Off Campus, so you know, my mind is all kinds of naughty places. Like a frat house down here. I am so excited. I will take you guys through the main process of prepping for this housewarming party. They're the bratwursts. Oh, that's nice. We have more. It's a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. This is getting ridiculous. Sausage sponsorship 2026. They've used these cooling bags to keep them cool, and these are fantastic both for injuries and for cooling down. So I'm going to reuse these, just pop these in my freezer, and it's going to be fine. So we have enough protein bits to make like 50 skewers. And I just counted, we have 128 vegan sausages. Sausage heaven. And this is all courtesy of Naughty Vegan, which is an amazing online vegan supermarket. Absolutely go check them out. They have officially sponsored my housewarming party with 128 vegan sausages. What do you think? Should I tell my guests that all the sausages are vegan, or should I just say nothing? Let me know down below what you think the right way of doing this will be. Guys, we're going to Oslo today. I am giving 2 lectures at the Vegetarian Festival in Oslo. One is a food workshop and another is a zero waste course. And I'm so bloody excited. This is the first time that I'm actually working in Oslo. Otherwise, I've been a few times just to see the sights and go to music festivals. This is different. I also have some prep to do, both here at home and some prep when I get there. My partner's brother and his girlfriend lives in Oslo, and I'll need to use their kitchen to prep the final things for the workshop. Usually when I do these kitchen workshops, I do all these things at home by myself. So I have some extra logistics to figure out here. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm so excited to go to Oslo. Let's go!
So this will definitely go to my head because these posters were all over Oslo. Yeah, I was an absolute menace, and yes, I did bring one home with me as well. I'm gonna go meet up with my partner now because I haven't had lunch, and I also want to go see the festival site. During my run, I ran around the perimeter of the festival, and the line was all the way across the park. It was fantastic. So there is a distinct possibility that I prepped too little and I'm gonna need samples. So we'll see what happens, but I am so excited.
Let's go.
So fun fact, this was way bigger than I had imagined. Oslo is not necessarily known around as a very vegan friendly city, so this blew me away. We started by trying some food from Nord Vegan. They had bao with juicy marble. It was perfectly juicy and spicy with some fresh greens to balance it out, and really just one of my favorite bites of this entire trip. My partner got the crispy dumplings, which he really enjoyed, and I had a taste as well, and they were also amazing. However, I can't fill up here because the vendor next door had vegan macaron. This is no drill because this is one of my favorite treats and I haven't had them in ages because they are notoriously difficult to make from scratch, especially if you want to make them vegan. I have tried several times and succeeded to various degrees. Then I went to the main stage to prepare for my cooking demo. We did some SoMe content and then I started my workshop. And I was blown away by how many amazing people stopped by. And thank you so much to everyone who came up and said hi afterwards. The fact that my subscribers are real people sometimes takes me by surprise. I don't know if that makes sense, but I am so grateful that you're here. And this trip just really reminded me of how lucky I am to have such an amazing community. This is from my zero waste Q&A the next day, which was also really fun. And among other things, I said this.
I was wondering, how did you get into social media and share your journey with other people?
So I actually ran a blog way before, when it was called a blog, way before I started working with sustainability. So it was a very natural transition on my end. I started my first fashion blog back in 2010. So I feel like a social media veteran at this point. I've been documenting my life for as long as I've had independent thought. So that part of it was really easy, and I did like very basic beauty, fashion advice. I thrifted a lot of clothing. I went to sustainable fashion shows and like tried to look at clothing from a sustainable perspective, but didn't really think of sustainability overall. Didn't think about plastic. Didn't think about the overall impact of things. Never thought about the impact of food either. But then I learned this about plastic. So if you care about ocean plastic, stop eating fish is way better than stop using plastic straws. It's kind of a pet peeve, but the way that we look at sustainable change and sustainable transition today is often very based on marketing, very based on superficial transitions that speaks the same language as the problem. For instance, plastic bags are bad, so we use a bio bag instead, but it's the same problem, we just translated it into a different flavor.
And that conclude my appearances at the Oslo Vegetarian Festival. Stopped by to get a lion's mane burger on the way out as our final food experience, and it was also amazing. And now we have to head back home because we will be hosting 60 people in our garden very, very soon. The little herb garden is growing. I have dill growing here. And next year, But a reminder for next year, label your plants because I cannot for the life of me remember what some of these things are. I know these right here are peas, but these, maybe sunflowers? And I cannot remember the word for these in English. I'll put it on the screen, but I love these for cooking. They're just beautiful garnishes and they make beautiful flowers as well. It just stopped raining, which is actually perfect timing. Also, a few days ago, I removed a ton of dead bushes and branches that were here. I love how wild these ferns are growing. And these are the potatoes having the time of their life, I think. I think we might have to get some net because there might be coming strawberries here. And at least if we don't fuck it up, there will be strawberries here. But I think we have to put net over this in order to save them from birds and snails. And I don't know what the potatoes in the lawn looked like last time I showed you. I can't remember, but I feel like they're definitely just growing with an exceptional pace. With this speed, we'll be able to dig them out in about a month or so. So one thing here that doesn't quite make sense, and I thought about it when I moved in as well. So we have a faucet here, but we also have a faucet here. So my dad is coming over with some tools because I just want to remove this whole thing. This is also not safe. It's leaky and it's just like, it's also not attached really. So we're gonna remove this. So we just have one faucet, which is absolutely fine. Extremely Sarah Larson coated. And look here, our red currant is coming in as well. So later in the season, we'll be able to harvest those and make jams and syrups. And, I'm so excited. Press update 2026. This is what happens when you don't trim it, cut it down. Just keeps growing. And now we even have small flowers on it.
So I recently got this in the thrift for a whole €4.50, and I've been living in it ever since. Here's the full point of view. Like a little 2-pattern thing. I'm gonna wear this to festivals this summer, 100%. Also, these glasses I found on the street during the carnival parade in Aalborg. So they would have gotten completely smashed if I didn't take them. So now, free sunglasses, thrifted dress, oat milk latte, becoming more and more so increasingly a parody of myself. But it's okay. It's a good day. We have 2 days until the housewarming party, and I have to zoom in now on making salads and desserts, and we have to do the side dishes. I'm thinking of doing the brownie tiramisu cake that I did for my birthday. It's gonna be amazing. Like, what even is this? I'm not even gonna think about my other commitments and work-related tasks before this is over. Here is a very idyllic montage.
Okay, so back to work, because ever since we moved in, I've been annoyed by how these tiles have been covered in black paint, not only because it was starting to chip, but also who in their right mind covers these beautiful tiles in black paint? So I'm taking it off as much as I can today, the day before the party, which is a fantastic timing, I know. I'm trying to avoid the chips, which do release microplastic, I am aware, because it's synthetic paint, from going everywhere in the garden and into nature by containing them as much as I can in this bucket. And this is where I'm at this point. What do you think? Do you like it like this, or how it was before better? And afterwards I went inside to prepare the veggie skewers, first by soaking the plant protein in water to rehydrate it, then by covering it in a marinade with spices and herbs. They went into the oven for 10 minutes, and now my plan is to skewer them tomorrow and then put them on the grill. I'm also redirecting my dessert idea by using this rhubarb that I saved in my freezer, so stay tuned because I have no idea how this is gonna go. It's today, and I have been so excited for this day to finally be here. We're having 60 people over, and I'm trying to do this as zero waste as possible. This is the cake, by the way, and this is what it ended up looking like. One of my friends are also gonna bring a brownie, so we have fresh fruit and 2 cakes, and I hope that will be enough. Other than that, we're setting up on the terrace with thrifted and borrowed furniture. And last night, because we didn't have enough projects going on, we built a table from wood scraps from the garden, and it's surprisingly stable. It works really well, and I'm excited to see how long it lasts. So I spent the last few weeks thrifting extra plates and cutlery and glasses to avoid a lot of single-use stuff. I also considered renting it, but turns out they'll cost the same as simply buying it in thrift stores. And this way, we always have extra for our other parties in the future. And if some of our friends want to borrow it as well, we have it on hand.
Hey, love, where did you come from? I'm just gonna grab ya. Hey, friend, I'm gonna put you somewhere. Yeah, you're pissing on me. I'm helping ya. Okay, look, we go here. Yeah, you pissed all over me. That's great. Thank you. And then you can go in here. Okay? Good.
So after many hand washings, I started setting out the food, and look how good those hot dogs turned out. This was a massive success, and I ended up not telling my guests that the sausages were vegan. Some of my guests knew it already, some of my guests guessed it because they know me, and others didn't think twice about it, I think. And the skewers were a big hit as well, which I was a bit nervous about because I haven't made them before, but they got so many compliments, so I will definitely be making those again. Please and thank you. Hello guys. It was such a good day. I had the best time, and the party actually lasted way until 4 o'clock in the morning. But we had friends, family, and neighbors, people we haven't really interacted with a whole lot, but we just invited everyone, and everyone had a blast. This was my preferred drink of choice all night, next to sparkling wine and the draft beer, obviously. But these are currently my favorite sodas. They're from a Danish brewery, Harbo. This is with raspberry. It's lovely. It's sugar-free as well. Girl is not scared of aspartame. So I poured this down myself. Cool. About hosting a big event, it's the fact that you probably have leftovers to enjoy the next day. So I also have some lunch/breakfast, mainly lunch, and I will hear no judgments. But I made a bagel with some of the sausages. Here she is. I made it with hummus and the sausage and cucumber and some dressing, which I don't know if was overkill, but we're gonna give it a try. She's dripping. And I am not over how good these sausages are yet. I love curry ketchup, so that's what we're dipping in. Hello? We got tons of flowers from other people's yards and some small plants that we can put out. And this is a little squash in a milk carton, and this solved a mystery for me. Earlier in this video, I looked at a plant exactly like this and I couldn't identify it. And I think I said something like, oh, I think that is a sunflower. It's squash. The more I know. Anyway, a lot of people came by with gifts that were edible or drinkable, which is fantastic on my end. I love having some stuff I can restock my wine cellar with, because fun fact, we had to take everything out of the wine cellar because we had rainwater come in 2 days before the wedding. I didn't even vlog it. I was just in full survival mode. So now we have to recontify the wine cellar, and we used a lot of the wine from the wine cellar for the party, so now I have to restock because people came by with gins and wines and beers, and it was fantastic. So all that goes in the wine cellar. We have that for later. And I tried to save as much of the packaging from the gifts as possible, so this goes with the rest of my Christmas decorations, because I use these whenever I wrap gifts myself. Amazing! Other than that, I'll just keep having my absolute abomination of a bagel and my sausage. Anyway, I'm happy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take really good care of yourselves. Until then, bye.